Beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul Magic 99, and today I'm doing a collaboration reading with Hester at UNICORNSTAR Goddess. So thanks again, Hester, for collaborating, and we're doing a love and healing messages. So I'm doing the messages from the divine masculine to the feminine, and Hester will be doing the feminine messages. The healing part of this reading will be what healing the masculine needs at this time, okay? But the other messages are for his feminine. Okay, so I pre-shuffled the cards to save time. So we'll get on with the first section of the reading. So what does the masculine want to tell his feminine about how he's feeling? So we have reparenting yourself. So maybe your masculine or the feminine watching has had a troubled childhood. Maybe the parents weren't there the way they should have been, and this is about inner child work, I feel, as well. So maybe he's been working on his inner child, and he's just letting you know that he is trying to resolve these past hurts, these past issues, and give himself that unconditional love that maybe he didn't have as a child. Okay, we have luminosity. He sees your luminosity. He sees that glow about you, that intangible thing that he can't really put his finger on, but it's very attractive to him. You know, he sees you as a beautiful human being, inside and out, not just your outer beauty, but your inner beauty. He feels this about you very much. And he knows that you are his divine feminine. He's come to this realization, okay? He may not have realized this for some time, but he is of that awareness now. He has that awareness of this connection between you both, okay? And he's feeling it very deeply. And it's a bit overwhelming for him, to be honest. And he wants you to know that he does want to start dating you. You know, maybe your connection didn't start off to the best, on the best footing, and he'd like to have a fresh start with you, to start again, to date you, romance you. You know, we've got this guy holding up the roses, you know, being romantic. You know, he wants to be romantic with you. And we've got abundance, because he feels that this connection together will bring in a lot of abundance. And it's not that he wants that for himself, it's not that. He wants his connection. He feels his connection is abundant on its own, and he feels together you can do so much. He does feel this deep in his soul, okay? He wants to be creative with you, or maybe you've inspired him to be creative, or vice versa. There's a lot of creativity in this connection that needs to be explored and, you know, used and, you know, worked upon, really. You know, there's a lot of creativity here to come. And he wants that intimacy with you. You know, that not just that sexual intimacy, not just the physical, but that emotional intimacy. He does want that. You know, he wants that connection with somebody. It's missing in his life, and maybe he's never really had that sort of intimate connection. But deep down, he is longing for this sort of intimacy with you. And he has love in his heart for you. He may not have shown you this, but the love is there. And he may not even admit it to himself, but the love is there. You know, it's always been there, because this connection is one that, you know, you've been together through space and time and different dimensions. It's a never-ending connection. This love will never die. This connection of love is always there. You know, whether you acknowledge it or not, it is still there. He knows that you are mirrors to each other, that you reflect back, you know, your good and less good qualities. And, you know, the reflection of himself in your eyes has brought up major triggers for him, okay? Major triggers. And you may, even if you're not in separation, you may still be triggering him in some ways. and these are issues that he has to deal with, and vice versa. Okay, so it's caused major triggers within him, okay, that he needs to work on. But he feels that meeting you has been a gateway to his soul, basically. You know, that deep part of him that maybe he's not connected with, you know, he's just put it under the carpet, as it were, and he's not acknowledged that side of himself, that spiritual side of himself. But meeting you was one of those triggers to awaken himself to his own soul, his own inner knowing. Okay, and this is a scary thing. This has been a scary thing for him. And he feels that the two of you with the divine is a trilogy of light, and it's a beautiful blessing. And deep down he knows this, but on the surface he's not acknowledging it or dealing with it at this time. He's suppressing it. But deep down he knows the truth of this, that together the two of you work with the divine as a trilogy of light to help the planet and to help other people, you know, to raise their consciousness, their awareness in this world. And he knows that meeting you was a transmutation of his energy, you know. Something about you, something about your aura, your presence, had a very big effect on him. And he's struggling, though, to let go of old ways of thinking, old ways of being. But he knows deep down that he needs to do this, okay? And you will help him, feminines, you will help your masculine to transmute this negative energy into positive rays of light. So just have patience on this. And to him you were an answered prayer. You know, deep down he was praying for somebody like you. He may not have expected you to be who you are, but he wanted this deep down. And you made a soul contract many hundreds of years ago, you know, to work together, to be each other's counterpart in life, you know, to work together in love, you know, and bring out those aspects of each other that need healing. So you were his answered prayer. And he wants to be able to celebrate, okay, celebrate this connection. Got the Dove of Peace here. You bring him a lot of peace, you know, when he spent time in your company, he feels a peace. Maybe more peace than he's ever known in his life. And he does want to celebrate this connection, but he is fearful and he's holding himself back. But he does believe in miracles. He wants to think that a miracle can occur, because sometimes he thinks it's going to take a miracle for things to change between you. And this could be because he's really not doing the work, you know, he's not doing his inner work. He's just numbing himself, he's just distracting himself. He's not actually paying attention to what's going on within and what he needs to do. So yes, in that case it would take a miracle. But miracles do happen, so believe in that. And there is love here, you know, we've got love again, you know, the beautiful green of the heart chakra. So I believe his heart is starting to open, you know, his heart is opening to give and receive love. It may have been blocked when you first met, okay, because of past hurts, past disappointments in love. And maybe he didn't feel that he would ever love again. But his heart is healing and it's becoming more open, okay? It's becoming more open to love. He has dreams about you all the time, you know, constantly on his mind. You connect in the 5D. You have that physical, sexual, emotional intimacy in the 5D that you're not having in the 3D. This connection will never break. This never goes away. Whether it's consciously in the 3D or not, this connection is there. And he enjoys that connection in the dream time. And maybe he does spend more time sleeping because he can connect with you there, okay? He connects with you there in the dream space. and he feels loved and safe in your arms. He wants to feel this heaven on earth with you, you know. He wants the earth to be a better place. He does want to do that mission work with you, but he's really not sure where he needs to start and what he needs to do. You know, he's very confused about where he fits into it all, really. And because he may not be communicating with you, you know, he's in the dark a lot of the time and he's going through his own struggles at this time, okay? But he just knows that when he's with you, he feels so much peace with you. So much peace. He feels at home with you. Maybe more so than anywhere. He wants to be willing to express his love to you, okay? But as I say, he's working on his heart chakra at the moment. He's working on that, becoming more open to giving and receiving love. But he wants to. He wants to be able to express his love to you at some point, okay? He wants to be supportive to you. He wants you to know that he is supportive. It may not seem like it at the moment. And if there are those of you that want to reach out to your masculine to show your support at this time, because he may need it, and some of them are very proud and they don't like to ask for help, but obviously that's an individual choice as to whether you want to reach out. But they are working on themselves at this time, okay? He wants you to receive him with love and appreciation. He wants to feel appreciated in his life. And maybe he's not had that in any love relationship. Okay? And I'm sure, feminines, you would graciously accept his love if he was willing to show that love. And it's about mutual exchange of that communication that you both want to share and give love to each other. And he wants you to know that you can ask him for help, okay? He is there for you. Maybe you don't feel he is, okay? Because you're in separation, there's no communication. So it's hard to believe this, isn't it, really? It's hard to believe this connection is real, or that he will even take any notice or even contact you. But he's saying, you know, he is there to support you. Be authentic. He wants to be authentic and honest with you. Maybe some of them in the past, some of the masculines haven't been. And the feminine senses this about the masculine. And when this happens, it's difficult to trust people, isn't it? When you know they're not being authentic. You can just sense it or feel it when you're very intuitive. But he wants to be authentic now. But for some reason, he's fearful of being authentic because I think he feels that if he is his real self, you won't actually like the real him, okay? So that's what's holding him back. He knows he has relationship patterns in his life. He's chosen badly, and maybe you as feminines have chosen badly, but we all go through life to learn lessons, and we all make mistakes, and nobody's perfect. And it takes strength to recognise the need for change, and I think he's realising this now, that he maybe had a pattern. He chose the wrong sort of person for himself, very much ego-based choices he was making, you know, about status maybe, and the way things looked as opposed to the way he felt about a person. And love does make all the difference in the world, okay? Love will help heal any past hurts, and it provides security and self-worth, and he wants to do this, okay? He wants to have that self-love for himself, and once he has done this, he is more in a position to offer love to another. So you have to give him the time to heal, okay? He's resting and relaxing. Okay, so he may be working a lot, and in between he's just resting. He's got no energy to do anything else. And when he's resting, he's going within. Okay, he's having a communication with his higher self, and he's learning a lot. and he's thinking a lot about the past, and he's recharging, and he needs this time, okay? He needs this time alone, and we all need that time to recharge, don't we, at times? And it's, you know, we need to give people their space to come to their own conclusions and decisions in life, okay? He wants to embrace you. He feels that you're the missing piece of his heart. He really does. Close your eyes and tell yourself you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life, regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. He wants the feminines to feel joy. He wants them to feel joyful in their life. He doesn't want to cause them any more pain. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. So yeah, he knows that this connection is always there, okay? And that's how he feels. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is a great healer. So he does want to have this playful energy time with you at some point, okay? And he knows that you can have a good laugh together and have that joyful, fun, innocent playtime. That's what he wants. Nothing too heavy. And he knows this is a twin flame connection. Your passion ignites. So yeah, he's aware of that now. So what is going on with him at the moment? See what's going on with him. We've got trigger, someone does a runner. So yeah, I mean, you know, when feelings become involved, a lot of masculines become fearful of this, and it triggers them and they have to run away because they just don't know how to handle their feelings, really. So he's going within, as I said. He's working on his own self-worth at this time, and you have to give people space to do this, to work through their own issues. And yeah, he's got that knowledge now that you are twin flames, that this is a twin flame connection. He's come to that understanding. And he's missing you, you know, he feels that gap, you know, that space in his life, because you're not there anymore. And he's really feeling it, more than he thought. And he knows this is a soul love, you know, soul deep connection. As I say, he feels it in his soul, okay? Very deeply. And he's sad about the distance between you both this time, but he's hoping that that distance can be made, you know, you can close that distance basically between you. But he knows he needs to do that work on himself at this time. He's missing you, craving you, and he wants to see you again. Okay, so that's at the forefront of his mind at the moment. But he doesn't feel ready to come forward. He feels like you put a spell on him because he can't get you out of his head, basically. You know, he's very confused about all of that. He's not sure which way to go next, to be honest. He's not sure which way he wants to go in his life at this time. But he knows he does want to meet up with you and feel that passion again. You know, it's been on his mind a lot. And so you might hear from him. He wants to reach out. Maybe you'll get a text or a phone call very soon. Okay? So he wasn't being honest about how he felt about you, and he probably realises that you realise that now, because you have really good intuition and that he can't really hide anything from you. Okay, and he feels bad about that now. He's got some karma to work through. This could be to do with relationships or family situations, and he's learning to work on these lessons and release old patterns of behaviour. As I say, one of the patterns of behaviour was past relationships, you know, his relationship patterns, the sort of people he gets involved with, basically. But he has a fear of love deep down because he's been hurt so badly, you know, and he's you know, never felt hurt like it, and it scares him and it overwhelms him, and he doesn't want to get hurt again, basically. So he built a wall around his heart to protect himself. He's feeling that distance between you. He's really feeling that distance. He's getting signs from Spirit, though, about you all the time, so he can't run, he can't hide from this connection anymore. He knows it's true love. You know, he can't escape that now. He can't get you out of his mind. As I say, Spirit are bombarding him with messages for you, so he can't get away from it. He knows he showed you hot passions and no emotions. So again, he's come to that realization now. And he craves a night of passion with you. He really does. And I'm sure you feminines don't want just a one-night stand. So what else does he want to say? So yeah, he felt the sex was pure tantric love making with you. You make me orgasm from a kiss. You turn him on so much with your kisses. You're a ghost in the sheets making love to me at night, so he feels you at night making love to him in his bed. Would you give me another chance? Damn, I want you back. He realises he's gone wrong, he's made wrong choices, and he wants another chance. I crave you in the kinkiest ways. Only you can satisfy my ravenous, depraved hunger. He knows that you're on a path sexually. You make me so damn horny, everything about you turns me on. So yeah, everything about you. I'm burning up with desire to make love to you. He's got this passion on his mind. I've never been so attracted to anyone in the entire universe. You just get me and fucking turn me on. So you turning him on, we're getting a feeling there. Does it get you horny knowing I stroke myself to your photographs and call you names as an orgasm? I don't want you to date anyone else, you are mine. So he's feeling possessive, but you know there's nothing you can do. If you do date anyone else, it's up to you. Since we separated, I feel like I've died every day since. So he's feeling the loss of this connection. I didn't reject you, I just didn't love myself, so I didn't know how to love you properly. So he had poor self-worth and he didn't love himself, okay? And he didn't understand why you would love him. So what are the messages? When you're away from me, I feel loneliness in my heart. I can't stop missing you and loving you. I need you here with me. Nothing and no one can compare to you. My heart aches for you. You are the love of my life. I stopped believing in love, but after seeing your smile, I became a believer again. I love you with my heart, mind, body and soul. I love the sound of your voice. I hear you speak with me telepathically and in dreams, and I long to talk with you again. I'm involved with someone else, and it wouldn't be fair to either of you to pursue our connection at this time. So this applies to some of you, obviously not everybody. I didn't think it was possible to feel this much. Thoughts of you still fill my head. I don't want to live without you in my life anymore. You're all I can think about, and I'm haunted by your presence. I long to be with you. My friends keep telling me I made a big mistake in letting you go. I want to fix things between us. I just don't know how to make things right at this time. My mind is in turmoil, trying to figure out how I can fix the mess I made. I am suffering from sleepless nights and feeling very low and anxious. Walking away from you was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and it is my biggest regret. Love and being loved is the most beautiful, crazy, unexpected, magical feeling I have ever felt. Thank you for loving me the way you do. I love you to infinity. You are the most beautiful person in the world, at least in my world. You are my whole world, my universe, my all. The thought of being with you one day is what gets me through today. My desire is to have a family with you. Would you have a baby with me? Though I haven't always said it with words, there is love in the silence. Close your eyes and feel my presence. Be still and listen to me tell you that I love you. So there is so much passion here and love from your person, okay? So definitely a lot of feelings here. And he just needs time, okay, to work on himself. So now we're going to get some healing messages for what the masculine needs to work on at this time, okay? So we have inner strength. So this is solar plexus. So this isn't about the masculine energy. He needs to get in touch with his masculine energy. You know, this is about self-worth, self-esteem. So he needs to work on this at this time, okay? This is the throat chakra, communication. So communication's not his strong suit, is it? You know, whether it be, you know, by phone, telephone, even in person, you know, communication was not there really. You know, you need really good communication in relationships. So he needs to work on his throat chakra at this time. So hopefully he can open up his throat chakra and start communicating these feelings. These feelings and passions are here, but he's just not communicating to them to you directly. This is the soul star chakra. This is about connecting with the universe. So he needs to do work going within, connecting with his higher self, with the divine, and working on the crown chakra and the soul star chakra to connect with the divine, to connect to his divine guidance. And here we have the sacral chakra, which is about our sexual center, our energy, our creative center, okay? And this is inspiration. So this is a beautiful image. So he needs to get in touch with his sacral chakra, okay, and activate this side of his life and get creative and get inspired. So now we have some messages from Mother Mary for the masculine. Joy. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. So he needs to find more joy in his life somehow. Find the joy in the small things in life, okay? Blessings. Today I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. So yeah, if we count our blessings every day, having gratitude, the more we attract into our lives. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always a blessing in our life, okay, that we can be thankful for. Mother, I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. Maybe your masculine had issues with his mother or a mother figure, okay? Nobody's perfect, and sometimes our parents are not perfect. Well, usually they're not perfect, are they? And just, you know, he should be aware that he needs to heal this, you know, forgive his mother for whatever wrongs he felt she did. She was doing the best she could at the time, okay? And he's just got to let go of this and open his heart up to loving his mum as an imperfect person, okay? She did the best she could. So messages from Michael. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Please guide me in releasing my toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So a lot of the masculines are feeling anger at this time, okay, and they need to release that. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So he has trust issues as well, okay? So pray for him. Write about your thoughts and feelings. God-given creativity and wisdom, so I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing and healing. Maybe your masculine needs to write down how he's feeling to get it out of his system. Okay, just write it down and then you can burn it or rip it up, you know, to get those feelings out on paper is a good release. Let go of fear now. Please help me feel safe and deserving of guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy toxic ego-based thoughts or feelings. So a lot of the masculines are dealing with their egos. They need to have that ego death to move forward, okay? Their ego governs the way they think, feel and act in this world, and they need to let go of that. Time to leave unhealthy situation. What parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and giving me the courage to make healthy changes. So a lot of masculines could be in toxic situations, they could be in karmic relationships, they could be in very bad situations, and they need to find the courage and faith to leave these situations, to move forward in their life, and they can call on Archangel Michael to help them with this, okay? Focus upon divine and perfect health. Thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so they support my well-being. So yeah, again, call on God, get your masculine to call on God and Archangel Michael to focus on perfect health at this time. Maybe they're, indulging in substances at this time, to numb their feelings. Energy healing work. Thank you for sending healing energy to me, through me, for my blessings and those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. So maybe your masculine needs some healing work at this time from a Reiki healer or any other healer, okay? If he's, a bit anti that, you can send him love and healing yourself, okay? Do some distant healing work on him. Believe and trust. Before going to sleep, say Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage and confidence. So your masculine needs to have belief and trust in himself at this time, okay? So some final angel messages. Beauty. The outer world is a reflection of your inner beauty, so focus on the beauty within, your good qualities, kindness, gifts and talents. Remember, whatever you give attention to increases and grows. Everyone has beauty in their soul, so seek it in others. Surround yourself with things and people with beautiful vibration, for we are influenced by that which is around us. As you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others and the planet, your resonance becomes that beauty, and others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. I recognise my beauty in that of others. So he may have poor self-esteem, as we've said before, you're masculine, okay? Mercy. To develop the quality of mercy, forgive yourself and everyone around you. Be magnanimous, see the good in others and give them the benefit of the doubt. Open to compassion, but most of all, assess the wisdom within that recognises the divine in every creature. When you temper your attitude to others with mercy, you offer them grace. You spread much light, joy and freedom and empower others to find the good in themselves. Choosing this card may mean that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain or difficulties. Accept it graciously. I am merciful. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Hope indicates the sun is about to come out in an era of your life. The angel wisdom reminds you that your spirit is immensely resilient and powerful. So keep faith with your dreams and visions. Remember, the universe wants you to have your heart's desire. It's simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before the angels bring it to you. Do your part by deciding what you truly want. Then send out positive thoughts for the changes you seek and for the fulfillment of your wishes. Ask the angels for help and they will fan the sparks of potential and bring them to life. Hope is a magnetic quality that attracts the great and beautiful into your life. Affirmation, I'm eternally optimistic. So that's beautiful. So I'm going to leave that there. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below to get entered into the competition when I reach 1,000 subscribers to win a deck or a reading. So that is your reading. Many blessings. Take care.